session. Wang Chunting and Du Hoi Kem 3-2 over the Indian record setters, Manu Shah and Dia Chitale. Kwaiman 4-0 over Hina Hayata. Tomo 4-2 over Simone. We've got Felix and Ugo to end the night, but now it's Xia and Didi.
来自中国 from China, Wang Yidi.
Wang Yidi, the number 5 seed, the world rank number 5. Only 4 players were seeded, which means that only 4 players were guaranteed to not play each other. In theory, the 4th seed would get someone outside of the top 8, but the number 5 seed and the number 1 seed clash.
来自中国 from China, Yingsha.
Her Royal Highness, Her Majesty enters the arena. Baby Buddha, Xia, Yingsha, looking sharp as always. There's a confidence to her stroll. It's a calmness, it's a coolness. It's a walk of somebody who's been on top of the world for 178 consecutive weeks. That's 6 weeks shy of 3.5 years. She's been dominant in mixed doubles so far, hasn't dropped a game in her last many matches, and in a best of 7, well, we've got a lot to look forward to. These two have played 16 times on the international stage, and they've played 13 times in WTT. Xia has won 10 of those 13. World number 1 versus world number 5. Wang Yidi was world number 2 back in 2024 and has slightly more experience in WTT than Yingsha. Liang Qingha, our umpire for the match, will be taking care of the coin toss to determine where the players stand and who serves. We're right here in Shangang. That's Zhongguo Shangang, or Hong Kong, China.
Red or blue? Blue, red. Receive.
So Wang Yidi wins the coin toss, chooses to receive. So Yingsha will choose to serve. Yingsha, the level of focus, it's really something. It's got to be tricky when everywhere you go, people line up on balconies across the street just to see if they can get a picture of you through a bus window. In the train station, the MRT station, they had videos of her playing for everyone to see, just around to encourage people to come in to get food. 25 years old, 17 titles to her name, 91%. And in the WTT finals, she took the title in 2021, 2022, 2023, and had a rough match against Tong Tong in Fukuoka last year, who'd go all the way to the final, where Wang Manyu would take the title. So 75% of all the WTT finals in existence, Xia has left nobody victorious. Only one, and that was last year. Wang Yidi on the other side, 28 years old, world rank number 5, has 6 titles to her name, is 3 years older than Yingsha, but feels like a different generation. Turned pro 9 years ago, a finalist in the very first WTT Cup Finals in Singapore, semifinals following that in Xinjiang, 2023, finalist again in a semifinal in Fukuoka. So this is pretty much the worst draw, and by pretty much I mean absolutely the worst draw anybody can get. You don't find players here with winning records against Yingsha. Mao Long had Wang Chuqin. And in the current game, that was about it. Prize money, $80,000 to the champion, and whoever gets beaten here walks with $14,000, but that's not including their bonus prize money. There's a handsome payout. Players who win this can walk with more than $100,000, and in all likelihood, probably would if it's anyone who's high up in the seedings. Fan vote, 80-20, not bad, Wang Yidi. That is not easy when you're looking at the most celebrated woman in the game right now, someone who cannot live anything close to a normal life and has all her focus on raising the team's spirit being a role model and improving herself all the time for sake of the team.
Love all.
Fair cheer. China, let's go. Here we go, best of 7. It's Sha to start it off.
1 love.
Good angle here to open up.
One all.
So on receive to go 50-50 with Sha is a job well done. She's got the serves now. Wang Yidi.
1 2.
Good coverage here, the wide extension to the backhand. Wang Yidi, not especially tall, slightly taller than average in China. That said, uses that reach across the body and still recovers so quickly. Sha just drying the ball there to make sure the serve goes where is planned. Perfect length on the push, leaving indecision on the other side. I said this is the worst draw for Wang Yidi, but I think it's more important to say that it's the worst possible draw for Yingsha.
2-4.
I guess it's true for both of them. The highest ranked or seeded player Sha could have drawn, she drew. And the highest seeded or ranked player Wang Yidi could draw, she drew. We saw their recent results in the last 4 editions of this, outside of a really big win for Chun Shing Tong last time around.
2-5.
These are 2 players that go historically deep in this event. And while Yingsha has won her last 7 encounters against Wang Yidi, they play close. Wang Yidi's taken just about an average of 2 games off of Yingsha almost every time they've played, most of which have been best of 7s recently.
7-2.
That said, the world #1 off to a wonderful start here. Oh, it's gone. A tornado-like racket speed as she twists and turns around that. The forehand. Don't get much better than that, and the drop just behind the right quad for compactness.
3-8.
Down the line escape, Wang Yidi takes her chances and they pay off. We've seen the quality she brings in the rally. Good spin and then just a quick casual turn. Net recovery from Sha in this rally, and at the second towel break, she's 6 points up. Last match we saw, the first game was won 11-5. And then the exact opposite happened, so you never know. We've seen crazy turns. Games to 11 points are quick. Sneaking it past Sha in the backhand-to-backhand rally, goes to the middle, sets up 7 game points. Only needs the one, a fast start. And Her Majesty reminds her opponent what it's going to take if this is going to be a tight match. Wang Yidi Still figuring things out here, wiggling around a little bit, looking for some more comfortable, longer rallies, or less comfortable for her opponent anyway. No coaches on benches, as both players are representing Team China or the same team. So hydration and deep thoughts to pull from experience between these two. Game 2 to come.
Time. Second game, want to serve, love all.
Players back for game number 2, Wang Yidi. Scanning for information, sensing what Xia is feeling.
One love.
A long serve to the backhand to get the first point.
One all.
Little fun fact for you, Wang Yidi has won 4 times. And as He Zhuo Jia and the rest of the gang watch on, Cho Yi-ke, coach in the back. The next generation of table tennis players as well.
2-1.
Of the 4 times that Wang Yidi has beaten Sun Yingsha, 3 of them, she was beaten in game number 1. Only 1 time did she not lose game number 1 and still won the match. So, you never know. That forehand flick, so tough. Light and bright like the sun, Sun Yingsha rises. Gets behind this ball just perfectly to efficiently put that ball to rest. 13 of the last 16 points. For 75%.
1-4.
There's so much to study in this game. Even the best in the world still have room to improve. She has to. She's got the whole world chasing her, Sun Yingsha. This is what Wang Yidi wants, to get Xia behind the table, staying on top of it. We saw it in the last match. The flick makes it count. Page out of the Xia handbook there. So Xia the only one to go to the towel. Both players still drying their hands on the table. Just a sense of how big the court actually is in the Infinity Arena.
4-3.
Tight ball game this time around. This is where Wang Yidi stopped scoring. 3 points in game number 1 was all she took. If I'm Wang Yidi's coach in this, I'm shaking my head. I like this rally. This is a much better fight. It's not easy to find holes in Xia's game or to get her in an uncomfortable position, but this is a fair chance.
Let 3-5.
And she's already outdone her score from game number 1, and Xia's not halfway to the finish line yet.
4-5.
Good variation in the push game. Wang Yidi taking a chance there. It's often difficult in life when you feel like you don't have options, but this is what creative thinking and an active imagination can do. They can get you outside of the box. There is no box. So after a 2-point streak, Xia able to get back in with a good deep drive on the move. Again, the physical fitness of the women of the Chinese national team. It's just incredible how stable they are, how quick they recover. And this one was just too quick to notice. Smoke trails behind it as Yingsha sends a speedy ball cross table. Little bit deeper push, as fluid as can be. It's whip-like. I don't think I'd be alone in saying I'd love to see that at about 1/10 the speed over and over from every angle. Just a study.
5-8.
When you think of the best forehand in the world in the women's game, you think Xia. In the last 2 backhands she's played, makes it really tough for the imagination to come up with an escape plan. But there's also the in and out game, the length on the table. One of the best rallies we've seen, especially after 2 dismissive points from Xia. Wang Yidi testing the waters a little bit with change of pace, different depths. That said, Xia 4 up, 2 points away, serves back on her blade.
Line 6.
Oh, tongue out, a human moment here. In just about every sense. Wang Yidi's one of the top, she is number 5 in the world. This is how well even Yingsha has to play. She knows that. 1 point here and there. 3 points between them now. Slow spin, jam Xia in the middle. Well played just inside the elbow. Credit to Wang Yidi in this one. The point before, okay. You never know, but when you've got somebody down in any way, shape, or form, even if it's just mental or a question of confidence, you recognize that, and that determines your choice for serve and how you play.
7-9.
The idea was right, sending Xia on a chase to cover that forehand side, but Xia now has 3 game points for a 2-0 lead. Baby Buddha all out right now. Good deception on the spin of serve. Again, how much spin, the axis of rotation, a lot of different factors on serve, but if you can keep it difficult to read, good luck to the receiver. 1 game point saved, 2 more to go for the world number 1. Bit of side spin to slow it down and bring some funk to the game. Mix it up a little bit. Chiquita. Wang Yidi with the banana flick. Check this out. Side, lifts the elbow, turns the racket to come around the ball. That is a gutsy shot, and it gets her 9th point. 3rd game point. Xia on serve. Oh, the long serve to the forehand side, gets a backhand, creates an opening, and she takes that opening. She parts the Red Seas that are the backhand side of the table on the cross court. And Moses is that backhand right there to finish the game 11-9. A 2-0 lead, but a much tighter fight this time around. Again, the toughest possible draw that either of these players could have. They both go deep time and time again at this event, but one of them will not here. Last year, it was the round of 16, the first round where Xia left. She's halfway through this match. '25 has been an incredible year, and 2026 is supposed to be equally full. A packed calendar. We're going to start off the year with the first ever WTT Champions Doha 2026. From Truls to Hanagoda, Yingsha, and Ugo Calderano, you can expect all the biggest names in the game to be there. You should be there too. WorldTableTennis.com/Doha. Get your tickets. They'll go quickly.
Third game, turn to serve, love all.
So Yingsha just testing the room from the breeze, air conditioning in the room, lighting and everything else, wants to make sure she knows what she's up to. Edge of the table here, that's Yidi's point to start it off. Good punch, a little height on the ball, earning it in the touch game. Oh, the angle on this one. It looked like it bounced just about halfway to the baseline. Watch how wide this ball goes. From the middle of the table. That angle right there. Bravery, name of the game.
3 love.
I don't want to mention any names, but on the Chinese national team, one player said, there's beauty in bravery. Yingsha is the bravest player on the team. Oh, that's the way it finishes. A moment, just one moment after this absolutely neck-warming twist. This back and forth, 28 shots. That's one for every year Wang Yidi's been alive. And then the moment that there's an opportunity, Yingsha turns, snaps her fingers, and ends it. Thor-like play in the end. The reason I bring up bravery is because Wang Yidi's going to need to play with a lot of it here. She's going to have to take some chances.
2-3.
And that's okay. Try it. If that comes down, you've got a flick that's powerful, but it's likely going to be cross court. If you can extend to the forehand, which she definitely can easier than the backhand, and we've already seen her do that, you've got an open table.
3-all.
So after getting the first 3 points this game, Wang Yidi finds herself straight across from somebody who liked that idea and got the next 3 points.
Let 3-all.
Serve can't get much better. She brushed Xia back with the fastest, longest serve to the middle you could pull out. It was near perfection, but still Xia keeps quality on the shot. The step around as loose as can be. Wang Yidi gets the wrist back to send it wide. A little bit extra speed on it too. Little bit of extra speed. And even from behind the table, she manages to protect. It's like she owns the table. Never coming to rest. You think jump roping is good exercise? Just watch the feet of these players in these rallies. The key word is rallies. This one might not qualify. Much shorter points here. Touch. Ball sits a little bit high, and she's got her picking on this one. Yingsha. It's a free space on the bingo card.
7-5.
Deep serves. She's executed well, Wang Yidi, whether she's gotten the point here clearly, but last time around, it earned her a good opportunity. This is important data to take in. Where do I get the best opportunities to win points? Then it's up to me to do better next time around and make sure that I capitalize, that I convert.
Seven, 6.
Tightening up that score line, Wang Yidi. Xia making it a tough day at work for Wang Yidi in the round of 16. She's never exited in the round of 16, Wang Yidi. By the way, I'd like to correct something I said earlier. 2 out of the 4 times Wang Yidi won, she was beaten in the first game. Not 3, but 2.
Six, 9.
Getting closer, determined, Yingsha. Other than Wang Manyu, it just feels like she has such a dominant record against pretty much everybody in the world.
Left. 6, 9.
A long push to set up 4 game points for a 3-0 lead. It's crazy to think that in the opening round by world ranking, you have a tougher match than you have in the quarterfinals. Good cross-court opening here. Wang Yidi capitalizing on the opportunity. Depending how Satsuki Odo and Kwai Man do, Yingsha could have 2 matches in a row that aren't as challenging as this one by world ranking. And there it is, closes the door, gets the 3rd game in the pocket. She's 1 game away from a bagel. A 3-time champion, Yingsha, only having last year as a break to come back and sit in the throne at the end of the year, looking for her 4th WTT Finals title. 3-9-7. Xia, 1 game away from a quarterfinal with Miyu Nagasaki.
And I won't stop. Feel the dark magic. Magic. and I won't stop.
Fourth game, point to serve, love all.
Here we go, game number 4. It's now or never for Wang Yidi. She must win 4 games in a row to take this match.
Love 1.
And just for sake of context, she's been beaten the last 7 times she's played Sun Yingsha on the international stage.
Love.
Simon Gauzy called the timeout at a similar time, but he had a coach on the bench to help him with that decision.
Free love.
I would call one. Here it is. Wang Yidi taking the timeout. Needs to think of some strategies from under the table there. You could see the idea, but yeah, the execution, tough. There's a lot of pressure. And you know, whatever you do, you've got the best shot in the world coming back. What would you do? What would you try if you were Wang Yidi? Shasha's on serve. Wang Yidi's on receive. Lots to figure out.
Magic. And I won't stop. Yeah. Yeah.
Time. Free love.
Back from the timeout. Hopefully some clarity for Wang Yidi's sake and what she wants to try out here, but hasn't been easy.
Love 4.
The idea is right. Your opponent steps around the backhand corner. If you feel comfortable, you take the line. If you think the opponent's going to be in a panic to cover that wide forehand, you play the safe length of the table right back.
1-4.
She's on the scoreboard now, still a ways to go, 50-50 out of her timeout. Wang Yidi in the serve and receive game, it's the fine touches. It's from under the table. It's the handcuffing shots that have been tough to set up.
4-2.
And long serve effective again. 2 out of 3 since the timeout. You see long serves maybe 20% of the time at the pro level on average. Almost everything is half long around the table, something to cause indecision, keep the opponent off the attack. Oh, it seemed like the back edge of the table there for Shasha. Little fortune, but this is a good pull in terms of referencing and looking back to her library of what's worked for her. Wang Yidi goes for the Chiquita again. And an edge of the table. Her Majesty need no fortune. And even the long serves now. Shasha's got answers. That's what studying the game and working hard to prepare can do.
7-3.
Soft hands, Wang Yidi. Good length on this touch shot. Leaves it near the back edge of the table. The table's your friend. The table's sturdy. It's an obstacle. It wants you to use it to make life difficult for your opponent. Oh, now we're talking. Parallel backhand straight down the line. Yidi with the speedy shot. Moves forward. Little pivot there, a little twist. A long way to go still, but Wang Yidi closer than she was. At least proportionally when she called her timeout at 0-3, but now she's down by 4 at the second towel break. Remember, Miyu Nagasaki is waiting for the winner here. In case you're curious how the head-to-head is with Miyu Nagasaki and Sun Yingsha. Sun Yingsha's played 4 times against her, only dropped 2 games total.
4-9.
Idea's right, but the quality's tough to handle. Xia 2 points away.
Line 5.
Interesting choice here from the baseline. A bit of a strawberry push. Xia changing it up. Knows what Wang Yidi is capable of, does not take her lightly.
Line 6.
When's the last time you heard that sound out of Xia? Good pressure and surprise. Short stroke and a timeout on Xia's side. Inside out forehand, abbreviated. Knowing yourself is a lifelong journey. You have to pay attention, listening to your body, your brain, how you talk to yourself. Xia, a problem solver, an engineer. Little hydration, going back through all of her experience to figure out what it'll take here to continue. 2025 has been an incredible year for Sun Yingsha. Smashes, she's got Singapore, Europe Smash champions. She's got Chongqing and Macau. This is almost a mirror of Wang Chuqin. They're living in parallel universes on the women's and men's side of the game. 2 major, the top of the food chain, smashes in a year with 4 smashes, and 2 champions events in a year with 6, but she's not playing every single one. She's at most of them. The top players show up for these big events quite regularly because there's a lot of prize money and a lot of points on the line. And the world rankings change quickly every Tuesday. You can find them updated on WTT's website, worldtabletennis.com. Sun Yingsha, about 4,000, almost 5,000 points ahead of Wang Manyu in the world ranking, who's still a fair share in front of Chun Ching Tong at the 3rd spot. Clever idea that Chiquita comes out to play. And Wang Yidi puts herself in a good situation in that rally, but in this match, wouldn't be a first choice score line. It's 4 match points for the world #1 to end Wang Yidi's appearance here. Oh, very slow spinny ball. If that was intentional, that was amazing. If it wasn't, it still worked out well for Wang Yidi. 1 match point saved, 3 more to go for the world #1.
Let 7-10.
It's always tough when you're a server who completely fools the opponent on a let serve. The touch and the backhand. This shot had serious speed, and it closes the door to an absolutely packed stadium surrounded by fans. Xia moves on through to the quarterfinals. She's got the next round with Miyu Nagasaki, who pulled off an incredible comeback against Mima Ito earlier today. But the world #1, 178 weeks, is looking to end this year with her 4th title. Can you imagine 80% of the WTT finals in the existence of WTT to one player? If anyone was qualified, you're looking at her. She cleans the racket. She'll put it in the case quickly to protect her weapon. But the greatest weapon, the brain upstairs that runs the body, that is taking care of business against world number 5 here today. World number 1, Baby Buddha, Yingsha. A little look at the ball placement here. A lot more to the backhand in this game than we saw Wang Yidi on the other side. Okay, a few of those are going to be on the elbow, but a lot of those are backhand-to-backhand battles. 44-26 after 35 minutes of play. 4 straight games, 3-9, 7-7 is all that was allowed. Just shy of 70% on the serve. We're going to have a chance to hear from Her Royal Highness Yingsha down with Charmian Tom.